Michael Timberlake from our friends over at Timberlake League. And Brooks joining us. And good morning to you, Mike.
Well, it's great to be here.
Of course. Always good to have you.
We always love having you on. And today we're actually going to talk about the texting and driving laws, the new ones in the state.
Well, yeah, there were actually, the laws have been passed some time ago, but there were 2 grace periods that expired as of June 1st that you need to know about. So Alabama's got a statewide ban on texting and driving, so you can't operate a cell phone anywhere in the United States and text and drive at the same time, anywhere in the state of Alabama. But it is a secondary offense, meaning that a police officer can't pull you over just because of that. So they have to, it's part of another offense if they catch you texting and driving. And the statewide law was, pretty difficult to enforce and probably wasn't going to have a whole lot of effect. But the Huntsville City Council came in and passed a more restrictive ban that basically says you cannot use your phone in your car. You can't hold a phone in your car. You have to have a hands-free device. So you can't hold your phone and talk. You can't hold your phone and text. If an officer sees you with holding your phone in your vehicle, that is reason to pull you over and give you a ticket. Now, they can't search your car simply because they see you holding a phone in your car. It's not probable cause to search your car, but it is enough for them to arrest you. And there were 2, warning periods. They had the state had a 1-year period where they were just going to give you a warning, and Huntsville had a 6-month period, but they both expired as of June 1st.
There are states, though, I know Georgia, for example, has a much stricter statewide law about not even being able to touch your phone. Why did Alabama take maybe a little bit softer approach to that?
Well, the wisdom of the Alabama legislature is in question every time they go into session, and I can't provide the answer to what they do or what they don't do. It seems to me like it's a no-brainer that operating a cell phone while you're operating a motor vehicle is a bad idea and should be, and basically they should pass a law that's enforceable. Huntsville City Council did it. The city councils can be more restrictive than a state law, but you would like to see statewide them do something to try to address this problem.
Feels a little bit like a legislative compromise.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. But the safety of the citizens are primary. This is what we do on a regular basis. Can't tell you how many times it's all, you look at a motor vehicle wreck report and you say, yes, somebody was using a phone.
Exactly. Now, don't forget to give us a call or send us a text message to 256-536-0077. And how hard is it to actually prove that you did have the phone in your hand? Because it seems like it'll be word.
Right.
Well, yeah, it's always going to be a situation where it can be difficult to prove a case. But police officers' testimony that you had a phone in your hand while operating a motor vehicle is more than likely going to be enough to get you convicted in municipal court in Huntsville. The state law, it was hard to enforce because it had to actually prove that you were texting on your phone. You were actually using your phone to text and not just using it for voice conversation. So Huntsville's, I think, is a whole lot easier to enforce, and people will start getting tickets. The tickets are not incredibly expensive. It's $50, $100, and $150 for first, second, and third offenses under both laws. But the state law is much more difficult to enforce, and I'm not sure that there would be a way to enforce it fairly.
And the amazing thing is we still have to talk about don't text and drive because that should just be basic common sense. You can't do this and operate here at the same time.
Yeah, the insurance companies do that. They study this, so they try to figure out how much they have to charge people for automobile insurance, and they've actually done studies that show texting and driving is equivalent to drinking and driving. So it's a dangerous activity.
It definitely
is. Don't do it.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We always love having you. And don't forget, we do have all of this information. It is on their blog, so make sure you go and check it out. It's lawinjury.com.